once again, I'm back. It's the Uncle, and welcome to the second season of TUBARS, the Uncle Bris Sound Review Show. And listen, it's coming up on a year. This album is anniversary, and I don't think that it gets the credit that it deserves. So I'm going to make sure that it gets the credit that it deserves. And I'm talking about none other than the GodBox by my man David Banner. Now, we all know David Banner's plight. First on the scene with Lil Flip back in the day. Gave us the Mississippi album. Had that commercial success with the Certified album. Gave us a couple mixtapes, sex, drugs, and video games. That underappreciated work with Ninth Wonder, I appreciate it, but a lot of y'all didn't. And he gave us Before the Box, which was the prelude to this great body of work, the GodBox. And you know what? I'ma hop right in. This album begins with a really dope track, nice concept track called Magnolia. It features none other than the great CeeLo Green, and it just gives you the perspective from the magnolia trees who were so prevalent in Mississippi. They seen a lot of lynchings, a lot of hangings, so it gives you that visual from their point of view. So genius. He got my man CeeLo to bring back the old CeeLo, the Goody Mob CeeLo. So from the outset, this track, bananas. Then we hop into My Uzi, featuring none other than the great Big Crit. Dope sample from UGK. My Uzi weighs a ton. the Suicide Doors joint. I love that. So sonically, this track is just bananas. Of course, David Banner, you know, talking about the government not caring about us. My man Big Crit, he definitely touches on his past and his spiritual upbringing. So second track in, dope. Then we get into probably my favorite track on the album, and I'm talking about, and I'm not saying this just because my man Black Thought is on there, but I'm talking about Who Won It. First off, Black Thought, he just bars out on here. Philly meeting Mississippi, crazy. The beat is crazy. Sonically, one of the best songs on this album, in my opinion. And, you know, Banner, he holds his own with Black Thought, and that's kind of hard to do. So shout out for just giving us a great track on this album. Then we got Elvis. The production on this track is dope. It kind of sounds like the Millie type of beat, and it's a nice concept track. It talks to, you know, people like just not appreciating your music when you put it out. You know, they don't want to support it. They don't want to buy it. And it's basically just a breakdown of our musical history, and also folks trying to take our musical history away from us. So another dope track. Then we got A Manu featuring Trinidad James, and I'm gonna tell you, this track, we really got to appreciate this as you know, us using the N-word. It's an uplifting track. We need to treat each other good. We need to, you know, look at each other as being kings and not, you know, calling us that derogatory name that was given to us. So such a nice a track, and you know, it's really us trying to find a God within ourselves. Then we get into that little interlude, the August 15 joint. Nice beat on that. Won't really hop into that. Then we get into a great woman appreciation track called Cleopatra Jones. I love the chorus. The chorus, it actually kind of sounds like what's going on right now, so it kind of gets your ears to listen. He talks, you know, appreciation of beautiful women that deserve, you know, some respect, and, you know, he's trying to, you know, fight the temptation of being, you know, I guess disrespectful or whatever the case may be, but he's actually really appreciating the black woman. And I can tell you a lot of songs these days is not touching on this particular topic. He wants this particular woman in every way possible, and, you know, I'm sure Miss Cleopatra Jones, whoever you are, when you listen to this, you definitely will appreciate that. Then we get into another great track, probably my second favorite on the album, just because as black men, you know, we're viewed like men that don't want to make a commitment. And I'm talking about Marry Me. Again, this is just proven to the masses that we can dedicate ourselves, dedicate our lives to women, and we just not out here just trying to, you know, use them and take advantage of them. So such a dope, beautiful track. Then we get into, you know, a surprising track, in my opinion, coming from David Banner, and I'm talking about Judy Blair. Now, this track, you know, I say surprising just because it had a nice rock feel to it. You know, wasn't something that I thought David Banner would touch on, but you know, he's very musically inclined, and you know, that track is dope. Then we get into Traffic on Mars, featuring none other than Cap G. And I can tell you, when him and Cap G get together, they actually do some good songs together. It talks about, you know, going out and getting far away, and we're still talking about, my man David Banner is still talking about racial profiling. He's never going to stop that. So, you know, you definitely don't want to miss that. Then we got Black Fist. Okay, Black Fist, when y'all saw my review for Before the Box, this was probably the song that got me so hyped. The beat is crazy, aggressive, positive, uplifting, enlightening. You know, the young listeners that don't really know our history, this is such a great song for y'all. So pump your Black Fist, and please don't sleep on the boy Tito Low, who is featured on this track. He does not get the respect that he deserves. Then we got another highlight on this album, AK featuring my man Raheem DeVaughn. Again, Banner's just telling us about the injustices in our community. You know, he's basically mostly repping Mississippi, you know what I mean, on this particular track. He talks his history, how he's going to stay true to his heritage, and why wouldn't you want, you know, Raheem DeVaughn with the vocals on something like this? Beautiful, okay? Then we get into Burning Thumbs. Now, on this particular track, you can hear the pain. You can hear how my man David was feeling on this track. And he, you know, he's asking for support for all the hurting going on in our communities. He's asking us to come together. He's asking us to stop killing each other, to stop disrespecting our women, and, you know, also just the constant foolery from black folk, you know. He just wants it to stop, y'all. Come on, man. Then we got Wisdom Selah to actually end on the back end of this particular album. A great poem, words of wisdom, to kind of sum this album up. And if you have the deluxe version, you have a great song at the end of this album called Evil Knievel. And this just brings the album full circle. A history lesson showing how the, you know, the government, basically the evils of this country, have tried to keep all races back, not just black, all races back. And, you know, how he's basically here to enlighten people and show people that, you know, it's a better way that we could treat each other. All in all, y'all, this album, it definitely is just a great body of work. It touches on everything. It has all different types of production on it. It has rock. It has a little bit of country. Of course, hip hop. The messages are great on this album. It was definitely one of the best albums of 2017. You know, it stands out. It's a beautiful body of work. My man is a revolutionary. He spent, you could do some research, he spent like, you know, $100,000 of his own money to get this album out. So if you do not have this album, you're doing yourself a disservice. My man, David Banner, I really appreciate it. Thank you, fam. So from the beginning, as soon as you open up this box, you can see the artwork. Looks a little cosmic, don't it? So dope. Goes right into the thank yous. We want to be appreciated too, so thank you, David Banner, for that. The booklet is something that stood out to me because he actually wrote specifically to me on here. He thanks me, you know, for my purchase and for being a friend and a fan. If you go in the booklet, you can see the beautiful artwork. Each track listing has its own artwork. So good. I don't know who the artist is, but it just looks phenomenal. All right. And we got this flag. All right. This flag. Let me just sit that right there. Open this up so y'all can see it. The Black Fist flag definitely got to go in a man cave or something. You know what I mean? You definitely want to have that somewhere where everybody can see, you know, hopefully your neighbors, whoever come over the crib. And then, of course, the GodBox album is in here. We talked about that a little earlier. Of course, that great mixtape, Before the Box, he gives you that too. What else we got in here? We got a couple DVDs. You got Hidden Colors 3. What is it? The Rules of Racism. Nice little DVD. We got Black Friday. What legacy are you building? The remix that's in there also. So you're getting, you know, a lot of stuff for your money up in here. Then we got the Miseducation of the Negro. All right, as you can see, I've been digging in this. You know what I mean? Seeing what's going on with that. And I got hyped when I got down to the bottom here too, because there was another CD in here. He gave you the GodBox, Chopped and Screwed. So I know all the Southern folk love that. And inside of this bag, we got some really, really dope stuff. And I got a GodBox tee, but this one right here, the black and gold, the GodBox tee, so dope. You know what I mean? Then what else we got? He give you the wristband, you know what I mean? He give you the magnet. You got the Black Fist magnet. You got the GodBox magnet. All right. We got a couple of pins, you know, if you want to put them on. So within this GodBox, you got some really, really great items. I'm so glad that I got one. So here's an artist trying to uplift the community. So it's time for the community to help uplift the artists. Thank y'all for watching TUBARS. Peace.